figure, it's the weekend and we're live.
We are
Cheers,
live.
my friend.
Cheers.
What's going on, everybody in the chat? Welcome to, I think, what did we decide to call this for now?
This will be called the Art of Swap.
An ode to the office. What's up, everybody? Dana Invest was the first in the chat. If you've been on my channel before, I used to do like a nooner on Thursdays, which is very hard for a lot of people to tune into. It worked best for me because the kids weren't home. So they are all duct taped in the closet right now until the melatonin kicks in. And we are going to try out the evening show. I've been wanting to do something with you for a while, and you're a very busy man. And I'm so glad that we now have I think you're the manager and I'm the assistant to the regional manager just on my channel. And
I have no clue what I'm doing. I'm still in disbelief. To me, you're still the guy that won the reseller bracket. And I'm like, he'll never talk to me. He's got some cool tattoos though. I
am a man of the people, my friend. I've eaten out of the dumpster. I've dug out of the dumpster, and I haven't lived in one yet, but there's still hope.
Still hope, you said?
Yeah. I've always wanted to go dumpster camping. I figured that'd be great for content. So yeah, guys, this isn't like an interview. We're just going to be like, the Howard Stern of reselling on Sunday nights. We're probably going to do this, every other week, once a month. We'll figure out a schedule.
Yeah.
Nice and easy. We figure we want everybody to everybody's had a hard week of reselling, and we all need somewhere to vent before we go to tomorrow's live with Drew and Joey. So I figured let's do Sunday nights and just kind of chillax. Everybody's got their favorite beverage and have some fun. I'll get going on the chat. You're using your phone, right? So you don't.
Yeah, I'm using my phone, so I have to click into the chat. So I'm not ignoring anyone if I just, if anyone
We're just
says
setting
anything.
standards here. So if he doesn't catch it, I will try my best because I am actually on a PC or a desktop as they call it, and and we'll go through. So we got Dana, we got Baron Von Deals, blocking lowballers. That is something that I am proud of, and I wrote that down as a topic note today.
Yep.
To talk about. What's up, Marcus? We got Elle and Michelle. Stacy's in the chat. She's holding the kids hostage right now for me. I'm not sure why I'm here, but I love this guy on TikTok, so I'm here and give 5 minutes to learn something new, or I'm out. You better teach him something. Teach Becky Lynn something, or she's out. What's up, Devin? What's up, Zach? MJ, Darren, Purple Rube. Is this a bad beard live show? Yes. Yeah. Mine's pretty well. I mean, you have kind of the flare out thing too.
Yeah. Yeah. I brushed it twice before we started because if not,
nice.
I found my first gray hair in my beard the other day.
Did you celebrate?
What?
Did you celebrate?
No, I carried it around the house in disbelief for like 45 minutes.
Oh man, gray hairs are like scars, man. You earned them.
I don't know what I did with it. I think I lost it.
Dana said he talks to me. You need a dumpster and make a tree house out of it. Never change, Jiggly. Exactly. What's going on? Man, there's a lot of people in here.
Hey.
Okay. Oh, did you?
Yeah, I feel bad. Like I keep clicking back and forth between the chat. I want to see, but oh, you got it right up on your screen. All right, there we go.
Did you name your gray hair? Stacy wants to know.
Did I name my gray hair?
Yeah, that's a weird one. First weird question goes out to my wife.
Oh,
awkward.
Man. I'm just
when you have so many kids, you just start naming everything.
I have like 10 names for my dog, but yeah, I've never named a hair, but I might now if I ever find another one. I just want to know how they grow to be like this long before you even realize, like if it just sprouts overnight. I don't know. I'm sitting here talking about gray hair. I'm sorry.
Dude, that's the whole thing. I don't know what your plans were. I wasn't going to tell anybody in the chat to like list stuff. I have a bucket of shoes. I was just going to like clean, but then I just noticed like my camera cuts off right around my man boobs. So if you see me like vigorously, like what's going on in the chat, guys? I'm cleaning. I swear to God, I'm cleaning. I'm gonna get kicked off YouTube real quick. So
yeah, I don't have anything. I was listening today a little bit, kind of just taking it easy. I woke up a little sniffly this morning, so I kind of just took the day off until now. So,
well, we are in a new year. I talked to you a little bit before we went live. I found out probably about an hour ago that America's dad, Bob Saget, has passed away. Obviously, we lost America's grandma, Betty White, on New Year's. So, and then, we lost Norm Macdonald earlier in 2021. So that sucks. For a lot of people, they did not know that Bob Saget was very vulgar in stand-up. Also, at the same time he was doing Full House, he had some pretty vulgar stand-up, and that's where I first knew Mr. Saget from. So that sucks.
Oh, he was doing it at the same time? Stand-up in?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he had stand-up was...
I saw the stand-up like way far down the road after I've watched every episode of Full House. Like I said, I was scarred for life.
Yeah.
I kind of liked it, though.
You're like, what?
I was like, maybe I shouldn't be hearing this. Like,
you're like, no, that's a voiceover. He didn't really say that. Yeah. Devin, we find a bolo of the thrift. You underprice to sell it fast or price high to get max. So that's funny because that's a topic that I had for the show. Was just talking about, are you a fast nickel or a slow dime kind of person? Or is it the other way around? Slow nickel or fast, whatever. Depends for me.
For me, I'm always like a slow dime kind of guy because, I accept best offers on a lot of, everything I list, I turn best offer on. So, I'm not going to list it super low and accept offers. So I just, I list it high for a while and then adjust accordingly throughout the months if it doesn't sell or they don't sell if it's a pair of shoes or whatever.
Yeah. Usually what I do is I list everything about 10% above what the sold comps say, and then I promote it around 5%. So if somebody takes that, I'm still making 5% more than everyone else, but it also gives me that wiggle. Hi, Riley. I'm on a live show. I told you guys, mom's working. Bye, hurry, come here. Come on, hurry up. Come say hi.
Yeah, come say hi.
Maybe we can get a like. Don't be scared. He's not a truck driver. Say hi.
Hi.
Say hi. Okay.
I don't let the dogs out.
All right, let go.
Ren, come on.
Okay, go on. Go on. Like I said, guys, professional always. Becky Lynn said you guys Facebook Marketplace glitches. So I currently have never sold on Facebook Marketplace.
No, I've sold locally. I'm strictly eBay.
Yeah. So, which is also another talking point, which I guess we could go into that. So, cross listing, is it stupid? I think that's kind of like a taboo topic in reselling. I personally don't cross list because it's I look at it like it's a waste of time to focus on things that make you minimal profit or minimal sales. So if I'm crushing it on one platform and I get like a 1 or 2 sales a week on another one, I'm wasting time having to keep up with that other platform. So me personally, I'm not a fan of cross listing.
I just feel like anytime people are talking about looking up sold comps, everyone's talking about eBay. I never really hear anyone saying like, oh, I was looking up sold comps on Poshmark or whatever. I don't know. I just feel like eBay is just so superior to everything else. But, I can't really, I've never tried listing anywhere else. Like it's always just been strictly eBay for me.
Well, I will say, full disclosure, I was and do have a Poshmark account. I'm one of those, posh ambassadors. But I mean, dude, it's a glorified online Tupperware party where you have to, shake babies and kiss hands. And I don't care about making friends. I want to make sales. And, I mean, Instagram, YouTube, that's for making friends and being part of the community. But when it comes down to like money, I don't want to have a conversation on a selling platform. I just want you to buy my stuff.
Yeah, pretty much. And I didn't even really like. I don't even really know what like goes on other platforms. Like, yeah, of course, I've heard about Poshmark and stuff, and like I have the accounts set up. Like I have, just as a reseller, I have every Macari, Poshmark, everything. But
yeah,
I just just don't use
well,
it.
I knew I would never sell on Facebook Marketplace because it's your marketplace is attached to your personal profile, and if anyone ever if I'm going to buy something from somebody off of Marketplace, 9 times out of 10, you're going to at least look at their profile, especially if you're meeting them somewhere to make sure that they don't look like me. So I already know, like, if I post something for sale, the first thing someone's going to click on is my profile and be like, no. If we sell anything on Marketplace, I have Stacy do it, and it's all nothing but baby photos and puppy dogs and butterflies.
Yeah, I've done local sales and stuff on Facebook, but yeah, I don't know.
Angela asked if we can talk about getting started with Amazon FBA. I personally don't sell on Amazon anymore. I used to when I first started out. I'd sell old combo players and VCRs and stuff because that was big money. The person that you're going to want to follow and subscribe to and watch is going to be Walter Blake Knobloch, or WBK. He is really good at Amazon FBA. He's got lots of tutorials and things like that. Greg, we all know that Bob Saget was found dead in a hotel in Vegas, so more than likely drugs. Look at that. We're getting TikTok people on the live. That's awesome, man. I don't have TikTok. I knew that you promoting on there would be awesome because you're kind of like a rock star on there, whether you admit it or not.
I feel bad. I took a screenshot of the like talking points for the podcast, and then I was like, oh yeah, I'm doing the show on my phone. So
MJ's asking, do you have a dollar amount goal you strive for? Again, that's another thing I wrote down. For 2022 goals, what do you have, man? I am looking to we want to do 150K on eBay, which comes out to $410.95 a day. I'm an analytic guy, so I just keep it $410.95. As long as I can hit that daily or above, it'll average out to 150K on eBay.
See, I feel like I'm probably the worst influence as a reseller because I don't, get too crazy about the numbers or anything. Like I went full time July 1st last year, and I just kind of had fun for the rest of the year after that. Like I was recovering from the surgery. Like I just, I just started going, I just started reselling full time. So I just, I don't know. I felt like I kind of took half of the year off last year, starting strong this year. I've just been trying to get like a certain dollar amount of like profit listed per day. That's been like my only goal this month so far. I just kind of take it because, I don't really, I'm no
Your
expert.
goal is to just make enough money to not have to get a job.
Not exactly. I'm just kind of taking it day by day, like day by day, month by month. So like this month, my goal is to list like $200 worth of profit per day. So that's what I've been doing. That's how I've been listing, whether that's shoes or something else, as opposed to just saying like, I'm going to list 5 items a day or 12 items a day. I just try to get like a certain dollar amount. So that's been my goal for this month so far. And
how's it working
so
out?
far, what's that?
How's it working out?
So far, so good. Sales have been consistent. I've had 8. I shipped on Saturday, so I just had 9 between like Saturday afternoon and so far today. So, I'm not like crushing it, but I'm not struggling either. I'm doing a lot better than I have.
Are you nervous about doing your taxes for last year's 6 months of being a reseller, or pretty confident?
No, I'm pretty confident. I did it the year before. I did like I was reselling. I've been reselling for like 2 years now, a little over 2 years. I guess this is what my third year, first like full year of full time. So I did it my first year of reselling, and pretty much I just had a notebook. I tracked what I made, what I spent, took all my printouts for like my storage unit, my phone bill and stuff, tracked mileage, and just take it to H&R Block and say, can you do something with these? Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah.
I had a big bag with all my receipts in. I was like, I don't know what to, and I'm going to do the same thing this year. Like I just, like I was more prepared this year. Like I was making quarterly payments and, you know, kind of, I did a better job of tracking everything, but
nice.
You know, I don't have it down to a science yet. I'm just still, you know,
this
learning.
This year we brought on a bookkeeper, a CPA to handle all that, because me personally, I'd rather just pay the penalty than do the quarterly, because I don't want to overpay the federal government, who's already trillions of dollars in debt. I don't want to give them any of my money so they can blow it. I'd rather just keep my money and then figure out what I owe them and pay the penalty, because I think it's like 5%. It's not, I mean, whatever. Oh, just sold a pair of shoes for $130. So that's cool. Nice. Got a sale on the live. I don't know if it'll show up.
What pair kind?
Of New Balance. New Balance 996s. Yeah, so they're gonna handle all that. Again, I like to do the things that I'm really good at, and then the things that I'm not so good at, I just like to outsource them. So that's why I don't do my listings, because not that I'm not good at it, I just don't want to do it. So I outsource my listings. Hustle and Hooks has an awesome spreadsheet. Anybody's interested, the link is in our link tree down there. For easy tracking, I have a similar system that I've always done. I just keep notes on my phone. Like every month starts, I make a note and it says December, so this one says January items sourced. And every time I go sourcing, whatever I buy, I just put the date, how much I spent on the receipt, and then how many items I got. And then I just track it that way. That way I don't have to keep all the receipts. It's the same thing. Becky, when you're talking about your storage units and you get a lot of dirty Jordans in your unit, what I would recommend, and this is just selfishly because I'm a shoe reseller, is put all of them together and then reach out to somebody like me or Mike and let us know how many pairs you have, what you're looking to get for them, and maybe we could do an inventory buy from you if you don't want to clean shoes. I've bought lots of shoes from other people. I have no problem purchasing inventory from people that don't want to do shoes or anything like that. We're real behind on the chat because we are having our good time. Guys, I was going to say we got 27, 28, 29 people in here. If we get to 50, I'm going to give away one of the world famous Flip the World IKEA bags. These are the teal Tiffany green ones. I have stacks of them. I kind of took them off the marketplace because some of them, the printing came out a little, it melted the plastic. So I'm not officially happy with how they look, but giving them away for free, I have no problem. So
mine still works just fine. And I was gonna, how much do you pay? So is it like monthly? Is it like by the day for like someone to keep your books for you for your business?
It's monthly.
Monthly?
Yeah. So usually, I mean, you can use like I think you can use like GoDaddy.com, and then they'll actually set you up with a virtual bookkeeper. But typically, if you're not if you're just like a sole proprietor, an LLC, it's between like 180 to 250 a month. And they also, at the end of the year, they're going to be able to hand me a file or a PDF of everything broken down that I can just take to do my taxes, or I can just let them do my taxes. I haven't decided if I'm going to let them do my taxes or not.
Yeah.
There it is. I was wondering if that was going to pop up in the live. Saw your Instagram post today. I thought Harry Ternardo and Rally Roots were friends. What was the deal? Really, all I know is I saw the post, and I am from the generation of if you have something to say, you just say it. You don't sugarcoat it or blend it. Or basically, I guess Harry used the same wording on his thumbnail from a video they did 2 months ago, and so like the thing that really upset me was it's freaking words. Who cares? And then secondly, like the whole hashtag be original. It's just like, if you're a reseller and you're on social media or YouTube, there's nothing original about you. We're all doing the same thing. We're all obnoxious, and we like to show what we sold and say the same tips and the same blah, blah, blah. So I again, I'm from a spade's a spade. I thought it sucked, so I had to voice my 2 cents, and then that was it. I also think that not that I have to speak for Harry or anybody ever, but Harry's such a sweet dude, which is weird to say about another man, but it's just like his personality is so awesome and so different than my personality, whereas I'm just like, I will fly to Florida and kick your face in kind of thing. I'm not saying I'm flying to Florida. Don't quote me on that. But, I don't know, man. I grew up watching people get beat up at bars for saying dumb stuff like, hey, weren't you on the internet? So I don't know, man. My nose is crooked because I used to be that guy that would say stupid stuff and then get punched in the face. So anyway, we're all adults, and I'm sure I've already been called out for dumb stuff that I've said before. So it is what it is. The world goes on. We're all humans at the end of the day, right?
Yep.
So anyway, I pay $180 a year for GoDaddy. Boom. I was almost right on the money with that. I thought it was $180.
Sorry, I'm reading the chat.
Yeah, I know. I'm horrible at it.
Well, no. I'm not saying you're horrible at it. I feel weird. I can't see it. I feel like I'm ignoring everyone.
We got to get you a desktop for 2022.
Yeah.
Guys, if anybody has a desktop or a laptop in their inventory
with some good dial-up internet
that is not running on AOL discs, let's get Mike a computer. What's up, Drew? He just dropped a video earlier today as well, man. His videos, I think him doing that Vlogmas thing really got him in a better rhythm for his content, because I noticed a very increase in his views and the quality of his videos. So shout out, Drew.
I'll tell you what, I did not believe in OxyClean until I watched the shoe cleaning video, and I bought OxyClean, and I'm still at a loss for words.
I actually have three pairs pulled aside so I can do an OxyClean reel.
I didn't even start filming or anything beforehand. I'm like, I'm gonna clean. I'm just gonna clean a pair or two, and clean some hats or something. See how it works. And it was ridiculous. I tried it on some black and white checkered Vans. They were pretty much brand new. The bottoms were
That's funny. I have 2 pairs of those that I'm going to OxyClean.
Yeah. The bottoms were brand new, but yeah, some of the white checker spots were just brown. I don't know. It was almost like rust on the toe of both shoes. And yeah, it came right off.
It's probably somebody driving an old motorcycle and using it to flip the gears. Yeah, I love Oxy. So I buy the powder, and then I also have the pen. What I'll do on certain things that are real dirty is I'll just make a paste and then coat it, and then I'll just leave it out in the sun and just let the sun brighten it, because the longer you let the paste sit, the more it activates.
Well, up here in Pittsburgh, we're not going to have sun for about 3 or 4 more months. So
what is the temperature there?
I believe today it got up to 35. And it rained a little bit, got real slippery outside, and then tonight it's going to drop down to 13. So it's been a real great mixture.
See, if I lived in a region that had winter, I would probably mass source during the summer and then just hibernate and clean and list my death pile during the cold. I wouldn't want to go out. We had a cold front come in tonight, and I'm just, it's weird to go from, it was 77 today, and now it's 48, and in the morning it's going to be 39, and then tomorrow afternoon it's going to be 75. So it's what do I wear? And my head and my sinuses are what's going on?
Yeah. So yeah, that's not a bad idea, mass sourcing and then just staying in. But I don't know, I'm always afraid of missing out on shoes and stuff, because Goodwill's around me just started getting shoes back to $6.99 a pair for everything, and it's been pretty loaded up. So I've been out a lot more than I want to be in this cold weather, and I'm a little stuffy.
Yeah, that's the downside, is you start going you go to one thrift in the cold, and it's amazing. And you're like, okay, well, it was good today. I'm going tomorrow. And it's like, okay, well, it was good today. And you just see the streak going, and then you get that FOMO. Like, if I don't go today, somebody's going to get something that it could have been mine.
I have 2 thrift stores on the way to the post office. It's a challenge. It's a big struggle every day. And I used to hate sourcing. Like me and my girlfriend would go out and she would be like the primary sourcer. I'd just kind of stand there and look stuff up and she'd bring me stuff. And I used to hate it. And then she got a part-time job and I had to step it up with the sourcing.
Said Big Ben had a long career for it's time for him to go. Yeah, I saw him play his last field at Heinz Field?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not like a real big sports guy. I don't really like sports.
Yeah, I was just gonna say you're wearing a Sox hat. That's kind of not Pittsburghy of you.
I bought it from a friend. I'm supporting them. I'm not even supporting the team.
Nice. Nothing wrong with that. I think my dog just had a convulsion. You said you used to hate sourcing. What is your least favorite part of reselling? Like, I think guys in the chat, what's your worst part? What's the thing you hate most about reselling?
I'd have to say shipping. It's
really?
Once it's out of my hands, I don't know why. I get so stressed out about what's going to happen to it in the mail, if the customer's going to like it. Like, I'm confident in the product, but I swear whenever I send it out, I have like anxiety for like 48 hours.
That's crazy.
Whereas
me, like I like mostly for shoes. It only really happens with other things that aren't shoes, but non-shoe items, I love the challenge of how the hell am I going to pack this the cheapest way possible, but the most protected. It used to be real big with my whole thing was with Guitar Hero guitars. Like, I used to just love coming up with different ways until I found like the easiest way was just 2 1095s together. But pre that, I was cutting long boxes and I was making custom inserts. And then I got on YouTube and was like, oh, you're wasting your life. Just order 1095s.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I've sent out 2 in my day. Never had any problems.
Yep.
What else do I use it for? I use them for tennis rackets. I just used them for 2 1095s to ship out a book bag the other day.
Nice.
They're some useful boxes.
Yeah.
And then, you cut them. That's right. You showed me that trick where you cut them down for the shoe boxes.
And then you can fit anything in it.
Yes.
Texas Bandit. Yeah, the Wallaceville one closed because I think it's about to become another bin store. I think we're going to have 7 or 8 bin stores in Houston before the end of the year. We have 6 right now. They just opened a new one. Yeah, Texas is where it's at. Well, Houston's where it's at, man. We got like 80 retail thrift store Goodwills, and we now have 6 bins locations. So any of you YouTubers that want to travel and do some content, come to Houston. All my shoes at Goodwill are only $4.99. They never include shoes on the discount days. Probably because they're $4.99.
$4.99, yeah.
Ours are $12.99 to $19.99 here. So it's funny though. Every time I go on Wednesdays, they're like, "Do you meet any of the discounts today?" And I'm like, "Damn, do I look 65?" Cleaning stuff. I decided not to buy anything this year that needs cleaning. Oh, that's the thing you hate most about reselling is cleaning stuff.
Oh, I love the cleaning.
Yeah, most people that don't like cleaning go into Amazon FBA because it's more like the retail arbitrage part of it. I'm one of those. I love doing the dishes. I love folding towels, and I love cleaning shoes. I don't know why, because they're all just, I don't know, menial tasks that have to be done, but it's just like my therapy. I get in the zone and I'm just like, this is a turd and I'm polishing it and holy crap, look how awesome I made it.
Every single time I come, because I clean all my shoes in the bathroom and then I parade them through the house out to like the balcony and I show my girlfriend, I'm like, look at this. Do you remember what this looked like in the store? Every single shoe.
Dude, I want to see a TikTok or a reel of you having a shoe parade. Oh, that would be so good.
I line them up and take pictures. I'm always real proud of.
That's awesome, dude. You got to be proud of what you're doing, you know?
I don't know why
Devin
I
said
love cleaning
returns.
shoes so much, but yeah, I'll get a toothpick and like Q-tips out and stuff. I really,
Oh wow.
I go to, but my shoes aren't. But then again, I just learned about the OxyClean bath the other day, so
So have you done the rinsing now and got a chainsaw file so you can get the marker off the bottom of the shoes that won't come off?
No,
Oh.
I don't. Do you make sure you get the price off of every?
So most of our Goodwills stopped doing that.
Yeah.
But yeah, they just don't do it, or if they do, it's silver. So it takes like 2 seconds with acetone, or like I use this literally on everything. It has to be this one in this carton because I've gotten the other ones and they don't work, but it wipes right off. The only ones I really worry about is the smaller thrift store here. They literally write out the whole price. So it'll be like $4.25. When I take the bottom picture of my shoes, I don't want the potential buyer to see $4.25. So I'll just mark it out completely. It'll be a little black square. But no, I don't go out of my way to take it off.
I don't go out of my way to take it off because my thrift stores just will do like a color, like brown or red, or just an abbreviation of a color. It's just, like if I can't get something off, I'll just leave it. But I actually use like 99% rubbing alcohol. So it pretty much takes everything right off of the shoe.
Yep. The only thing rubbing alcohol scares me on is Nikes because it'll take the color right off the midsole on like Jordans or things like that.
Oh wow.
And then you have that weird like yellow, kind of like these letters underneath it, and you're like, oh crap, now I gotta get some Angelus paint and figure out how to paint these.
Oh yeah, I just did that to a pair the other day actually. I didn't know what it was. I'm like, they're old. They're from like
yeah, that's the base coat color. It's like this. So if you see that, you're like, dang it, I have scrubbed too far.
I've gone too far. Yeah.
You're like, I just took about 20% the value off of these. Shipping is, I think a lot of people have a lot of trouble with shipping. That's one reason that I switched to mostly shoes, because I can ship shoes anywhere and I know exactly around what it's going to be because I use the same boxes, and I've only shipped, the only shoes that I ship that are over 3 pounds are going to be like golf shoes or boots, or, most athletic shoes are like 2.5 pounds, 2.10. So, anywhere you go, and like my pick list, this is the other thing I do. I print my pick list from eBay. Whenever you go to your shipping in bulk, at the top it says combined shipping, like if you have somebody that bought 2 pairs, and then it'll say print pick list. I print the pick list, and then when I box my shoes, I put them in order, and then I just write the weight, and then I write gross cost of goods, fees, and shipping. And then I just enter this at the end of the week. I just get on my spreadsheet and enter everything. But like this one I sold nine shoes, and my total shipping was $93.17. So what is that? $10 a pair. So that's right around what I average, is $10 a pair. So that's one reason I switched to doing mostly shoes, is because I know how much it costs to ship. I don't have to worry about, oh crap, I just sold a 12-pound DVD player that's going to freaking Portland, which is the furthest zone for me. And I do free shipping because I don't charge shipping. So now it's going to cost me $30.
Yeah. Shoes are by far my favorite thing to ship. They never break, nothing. It's just, I mean, if they don't fit the customer, but the customer has to pay return shipping. So
yeah,
for me, there's nothing better than shoes, but I don't know. Like I was saying before, I'm just so afraid of like missing out on anything. I kind of find myself wandering around the whole thrift store no matter what.
Well, that's when we source. It's good that we have we attack it together, because I am focused on shoes, and then she goes and finds all the stuff that we can, hey, let's at least look this up. She'll find like the antique plush or like some older stuff that I'm so laser focused on shoes, and it's cool to have someone go take care of the stuff that I'd probably miss.
That big giant rainbow worm you guys found the other day was amazing. Yep. Did you sell that yet?
Not yet. We just got it listed. I would have totally passed on that thing.
Yeah.
Like when she brought it to me, I was like, no, take it out of the cart. That's stupid. And she's like, look. And I was like, put it back in the cart. I'm stupid. Art of Resale says he hates it when he sells something that he wants to keep. I specifically try not to source shoes that are Stacy's size, the kid's size, or my size. I'm not really a big shoe person. I literally have like the same 4 pair and I rotate them through the year. I have like a workout pair, everyday wear, a Ben's pair, and then one like, oh, let's go out on the town pair. But yeah, anytime I bring something home that's Stacy's size, I'm usually like, hey, where did those shoes we got go today?
My girlfriend won't take any shoes at all. Me, I wear size 13, and I don't really feel like that's a super out of the ordinary size. I mean, it's, I never see them.
Well, as somebody that wears a size 13, you're like, well, I don't know what the big deal is. No.
Yeah, it's funny. Completely normal to me.
I find more 13 to 16 pairs of shoes here in Houston than I've ever.
I just found my first pair of like crazy big shoes. I think I posted them on Instagram the other day or something, or I just posted them on my story. It was a size 16.5 pair of Echo golf shoes, I believe.
Nice.
I think they're like the spikeless golf shoes, like the leather spikeless golf shoes, and they are so heavy. I'm gonna just, you do free shipping for everything. I do flat rate shipping for everything. So like men's shoes are $10, women's shoes are $8. So I'm just hoping I don't sell them to someone.
You price your shoes like if you want to get $40, you price your shoes at $29 plus the $10. Yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
It all comes out the same. For some reason I just got used to Amazon having that like fast and free when I used to do Amazon. So when I transitioned to eBay, it's just like, oh, if you put free shipping, they'll put a little thing on there that says, free shipping, and that'll entice somebody to snag it. So I've just stuck with that throughout the whole time, and I just price up.
See, me, like deep down, I know that. Like I know you're getting the same amount of money, but like for some reason, like I don't know, I just like to have it separate. Yeah. And I just feel like it would work out so much better to do free shipping and just charge extra,
Yeah.
like you do, because I've had so many people be like, I can offer you X amount of dollars because your shipping is too much. Like it's just people aren't used to paying shipping now. Yeah.
Amazon, thank you for that.
Yeah.
And everybody wants it tomorrow.
Yeah.
So I have
sent that yet?
What's your handling time?
3 days.
Nice.
But I ship everything out. Like I try to go Monday, Wednesday, Friday. But whenever I say I try to go Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I end up going to the post office like every day. Yeah. Because, I'm not going to say I have nothing to do, but it's not like I'm going to a 9 to 5 and then I have to ship before or I have to ship after. So, if I get bored or whatever, I'll just go to the post office.
You under promise and over deliver.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, we used to do 1-day shipping, and then it just gets like exhausting, honestly. I mean, we ship every day, so it's not like it's not doing it, but the only break we would get would be the weekend, because if someone buys something on Friday, you technically don't have to ship it till Monday.
Yeah.
Then your Saturday and Sunday sales kick in, and then you got 61 packages that you got to go pull and pack and ship on Monday. And our post office, if you arrive at like 4:15, they'll just tell you no. They're like, hey, we're not taking any packages. And I'm like, it's your whole job. What do you mean you're not taking packages? Like, yeah, it's too many.
Yeah.
Too many? What? So
I've heard that before.
Yeah. So we switched it. I switched everything to 2-day, which if you didn't know, you can literally go to eBay, pull up your actives, click the little side thing, click edit all listings, and then change your handling time for all of them in 2 clicks. You don't have to do it individually. Darren, when selling on Amazon, do the shoes have to have a complete box? I do believe so. Don't quote me on that. I've never sold because I never got ungated in shoes. I would love to, but even with a wholesale shoe supplier, you have to buy directly from certain brands in order to get ungated. So it's just not something I want to mess with. Ella Michelle, hate testing electronics. That used to be my favorite thing to do when I did sell electronics, was testing them and or trying to figure out why they didn't work. I used to fix VCRs, and it used to always be a little rubber band that would cause it not to eject. On the VHS side, it's just a little rubber band. So I bought a bag of little rubber bands and a little spreader, and I would and it worked.
Just like a normal rubber band?
Yeah, but they're like real, like the kind you'd put in like a little girl's hair. So they're like tiny.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And I just bought it looks like tweezers, but they go backwards. And I would just stretch the rubber band and put it on, and boom. I felt like a tech guy. I was like, I'm part of the Geek Squad. But that's all. And then I just got tired of it. The account flipper says that dry eraser gets the price mark off. The dry erase markers. Yeah, I tried that too. For silver, it didn't work. For black, it did sometimes, or it would turn it to a light purple, which is still better. But like you said, I just got tired of. I was like, nobody cares. They know they're used shoes. Let me just black it out, and then that way they can't see what I paid.
And yeah, I've even tried but recently I've been telling people, like, if people ask me a question like how do these fit or how worn are these, like, I'll just be honest. I used to be like, oh man, what am I going to tell them? I shouldn't answer. Like, how am I going to tell them these weren't my own personal shoes? But I mean, it only takes 3 seconds to look in my store. I obviously didn't own like 250 pairs of shoes of various sizes, shapes, and colors, like.
So I have I think they call them blurbs. I have a general blurb that goes into every single used shoe that I sell. It just says, gently used, no box. All shoes have been cleaned and are free of rips or tears unless stated. Please check all photos and condition for any flaws that may have been pointed out. The pair you see is the exact pair you will receive. We are fully transparent. If you have any questions, please ask.
And that's very good.
Yeah. And then if we replace the insoles, I always take a picture of them missing the insoles, and then I take another one of the insoles, and I say and I just add that in the description that says original insoles have been replaced.
Now, whenever you say replace insoles, do you like source them at the bins? Like
the insoles?
Do you take insoles out of like shoes at the bins that are
but I should. That's I don't know why I never thought of that. No, I just buy them in bulk from Walmart because you get a 2-pack for 98 cents. Or if you want to be fancy, you can get the memory foam 2-pack for $1.97.
Oh wow, that is.
And they're just.
I had no clue.
Yeah, they're cut to fit, and then they have like a size. It comes with like a size chart, so you just draw on the back side of it the size of the shoe, and then just cut it, and then it slides right in. I do steal shoelaces. I don't steal them. I buy them from the bin. Yeah. Like on shoes that are like busted, like not Jordans. Air Force Ones are the ones I do it the most of because they have that little bracket, that little metal bracket that says AJ1 or AF1.
Yeah.
You can sell those for $10, just the 2 pieces of metal. Oh, but wow. I always take them and just keep them in a tub. And then if I find some, like I found some triple whites that don't have them, I can add it to it. And now I know I can charge a little more.
I saw you found that pair of Air Force Ones that
size 13.
Size 14 or 15 or something, you said?
Yeah, triple whites.
And what was I gonna have? Oh yeah. How do you get like is that another sale?
Yeah.
How do you get the yellowing off the bottom?
I don't mess with that. I don't do that. I don't do that the sun glow where you go to like a health and beauty store and you buy that. What's it called? Like Salon 1040. And then you put it on it and then put saran wrap and put it out in the sun for 20. I'm not a restorer or a customizer. I literally sell them as is to people that do that at work. That way they can handle the work.
Oh, okay. So I wasn't sure if that was like something that you had to get off like that, or if it was magic eraser.
No, it's you literally. So what happens is the white yellows again, kind of like if you clean it too much and you reach that level.
Yeah.
So what most customizers and restoration people do is they have like a blacklight room, and they'll just put that Salon 10 whatever on, and then Salon 40, and then saran wrap, and then put it in the light box overnight, and it'll kind of like they do with your teeth for the whitening. Same thing. Purple Rube pants. I love selling pants. If I was going to blow up my Poshmark, it would probably be women's jeans because they're plentiful. We can get them very cheap, and we can move them very quickly, and they're super, super easy to ship. And they're out of all the clothing, they're the least that we, in our experience, have people message us a crap load of, well, can I have the, my left calf is a little bigger than my right calf. Can you take the measurement of your, starting a movie with the family later. That was probably like 20 minutes ago. My bad. The movie
has been started.
I actually enjoyed going to the post office and dropping them off because they don't like me. So it's kind of one of those like, haha, you got to see me again. Plus our mail person that goes to our house does not get out. They literally just throw the box. So
yeah, see, my mail carrier does not like me because of my frequent USPS box orders. But the people at the post office love me, so I find myself going every day.
Yeah, I was gonna say when you're talking about what to say about shoes, I love when they ask how many miles. I'm just like, these are shoes, not cars. I don't, but
yeah,
I'm real big into like being a kind of a smart ass with people, especially lowballers. Like I was talking with Drew about this the other day because I always post my decline offers on my Instagram, mostly so people can just get a laugh. But lowballs used to get me upset, and I wanted to change that mindset. So I was like, how can I have fun with this without it being like something that's going to cost me sales or like hurt someone's feelings? And I was like, well, let me just send little funny antidotes with my decline offer. So I started doing that, and now it's kind of a funny thing instead of something that gets me all riled up and ruins my day. How dare you offer me $10 on a 60 pair of shoes? You know how hard I clean those? Like, who cares? Just
do the customers appreciate it? Do they
I've never had anybody buy anything that sent me a lowball offer, which is the case for most people anyway. And I did make a reel talking about always send a counter offer.
Mm-hmm.
I should have put in a little caveat there that said, unless they're like offering 10% of what you have it listed for, then just automatically just destroy them with some kind of happy wit.
Because that's another thing I started doing this year. Counter offer to everyone, no matter what. Like, unless they don't make an effort. Like, here's a $1 offer, But like you said, some people might just be trying to see like if you have your like minimum offer turned on or whatever.
Yeah. So. Stacy said you could send them a picture of your feet. Yeah. So pause. Side idea that I have for this year, I haven't pulled the trigger on it because I don't know. Not that I feel dirty about it, because who cares? I don't care about drug dealers, prostitution, however make your money, whatever, as long as it doesn't affect me. But Stacy, we used to gather a bunch of Victoria's Secret bras from the bins, and she would post them in lots on Marketplace, and they would sell really fast. But she would also get hit up with like all these creepy guys that are like, any used panties you can throw in, I'll pay cash. And so that got me thinking like, hey, they didn't say if they were her panties. So why don't we just start getting all the panties we can find at the bins and just listing them as used or recently worn panty lot, and have all the weirdos of the world bid on them in auction? Because I'm not judging anybody. I mean, I think you're a potential serial killer or rapist, but I mean, I'll still sell you something.
Oh, you're gonna go like do an auction for it, like?
Yeah, because I want them all to get together and like fight over it. Like, oh, I really want these all. Like somebody that's like really into like lacy red ones, and like just have them fight over it. And I'm like, me sit back here like Uncle Sam and just be like, weirdos. I mean, I don't have shame, man. Anybody that's ever watched any of my lives knows that I used to work at an adult store and clean up people's mess. So whatever, man. I don't care. It's all money. As long as you're not killing people. And then like, I don't want to get a call from like the FBI and be like, did you recently sell a lot of used panties on eBay? We have the new panty serial killer in Arizona, and your underwear is linked to 6 deaths. But, I think that's a market that I might try to tap into, or create an OnlyFans where I smash things with my feet. I'm not, dude. I read an article about a lady that sells her farts in a jar and makes $50,000 a week.
So, oh yeah, I saw that too.
So when I read that, I was like, first off, shout out, that's awesome. Congratulations that you have that many weirdos. But then the other part of that was like, there's that many weirdos. So what can I do to capitalize on that isn't farting in a jar?
And possibilities are endless.
I was like, oh, I'm just going to go to the bins and start grabbing all of the used underwear, and then have everyone at the bins looking at me like, that guy's a weirdo. And then just in 30 years, I'll be like, my kids are are all going to college because of used underwear.
Oh my God. I'm just sitting here thinking like, yeah, you built some ridiculous 90-day total this year just selling used underwear. I mean, you can get like 35 pairs for $1.50 at the bins.
Yeah. Yeah. And then just, like I said, put them on auction and let the weirdos fight for them. And then like I can have Stacy write like a handwritten thank you note to include in it just to keep them coming back for more. You know, get those repeat buyers. Like, hope you like my new batch. Well, you know, I'll spray freaking Victoria's Secret spray on it and kiss it. I don't care.
Yeah, seal the bubble mailer with a kiss.
Put glitter dust in it. Like right off these were right off the stage. You know, that'll be in the description. Stage worn. You know, these people don't know. It's all in their head. It's all a fantasy anyway. So,
oh man.
This is the live that I'm talking. This is how we unwind, man. These are the things that go through my brain. And I'm just like, it's 2022, man. There's nothing wrong with this. This is fine.
Do you want to elaborate at all on smashing things with your feet? Or that's just
I just thought that it's just another avenue where people are making like a ridiculous amount of money. And I clean shoes and sell them on eBay. So I was like, well, let's stick with the foot theme. I have heavily tattooed feet. Maybe there's some weirdo out there that wants to see a heavily tattooed foot smash cakes or rub bananas between his toes. Or, I mean, it's just my feet on camera. Who cares? You know, it's not porn. Like somebody said, Jiggly, I cannot wait for your TikTok about your $1,000 panty eBay sale. Oh, dude, yeah. I'm serious. If you do it, if you have the bins and you sell a lot, that would be such a good TikTok.
I've been going to the bins like we've been going to the bins like once a week. It is a legit sourcing opportunity anytime I go to the bins. I used to, just treat it as like a little treat to myself. I'd go once a month, because it's about a 40-minute drive from my house, which, to a lot of resellers, that's nothing. There's people that travel hundreds of miles, hours and hours just to, go sourcing. So, yeah, I was like, I'm going to start going every week. And I think this week alone, I mean, I've probably had 6 sales from the bins.
Nice.
Including some, I sold some 15-pound York dumbbells, like vintage dumbbells with the round head.
Yeah.
And they sold for $110 plus shipping.
Did you throw them in a flat rate?
Fit right in a medium flat rate. Put 2 pieces of cardboard in between. Some heavy packing paper and, shipped them right out for $15.
Mike has an echo. That's probably me. I turned him up. Yeah, I saw somebody say there's no bins in New York. So that's I was talking about that in my last video. I personally think that if you don't have a bins where you are, it's worth it to drive a couple hours like once a month just to stockpile inventory because buy cost is so low and the amount of stuff is very plentiful. Like here right now, because it's the new year and everybody's like, new year, new me, everybody's getting rid of their old stuff. Our bins are overflowing. Just insanity.
It's just fun because you find so much stuff that you didn't know you needed. Like if you go to a normal thrift store, you go straight to the shoes first and, you got a game plan and I'm going to pay this much and I'm looking for this. But like at the bins, like just so much stuff, that you don't know you need. I always walk out with something nice, like to keep for myself too. So,
what's the bins anyway? The bins are Goodwill's pay per pound treasure hunt diving extravaganza. It's basically the cleanest dumpster diving you can do. There's no food or waste or gross stuff. Well, sometimes there's gross stuff.
Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes. I mean, there's got to be a little scare factor. And they usually charge per pound instead of individual items. So for our bins, it is $2.19 a pound unless you hit 50 pounds. Once you hit 50 pounds, it drops to $179.
Mine's $1.59 a pound, and then anything over 4 pounds, they just do like a flat $5 for, I think. So it's pretty cheap.
Nice. Joe
like
said,
I said,
do you guys have to throw bows at the bins? They are aggressive at our bins. The Haitian women, because they're mostly they're also there for shoes. The Haitian women are very loud, like the whole like scare factor. Like, so they'll all start talking really loud at the same time, right as the bins come out, like to try and like, like they used to do in the military. They would do like the flashing lights and the loud bangs to try and like distort the enemy. And then so I just zone it out, and then I just start going and then everybody just gets the hell away from me. That's all B-roll. You'll never see any of that in my bins videos, but yeah. I usually do weird stuff like that, or like if somebody is like next to me and they're getting like real close and I know they're going to try and grab a pair of shoes, right before the manager yells go, I always try to look at them and I'm like, hey, what time is it? Boom. And then just to throw them off.
Do you enjoy
throw elbows, but I won't.
Do you enjoy diving in the fresh bins?
Me personally, no, not at all.
I don't either.
I only will do it if I know. It's kind of like the whole thing with today on Instagram. Like if I see somebody like being a bully, like I'll do it just to be the Robin Hood of the bins. Like, I'm like, hey, this is my house. Don't come into my house and act an ass, because then I have to scold you. But our bins have armed police, so no, nobody gets too crazy at our bins anymore. They used to, but now that we have police there, nah. Because once he gets up off of his chair, everybody's like, oh shit. He won't arrest you, but he'll just ban you, and that's the last thing you want if you're a reseller, is to get banned from the bins, especially like the one by our house. That's my favorite one, and if I got banned from there, I would probably go get a 9-to-5 and just quit being a reseller, because I love that location so much. It would hurt. I would cry just on live, just cry.
Like, so I wanted to ask you about your YouTube, because I swear last time we talked, you said you were uncomfortable, filming out in public. You'd rather just, do your thing. And you have been putting out some like amazing videos. I mean, your last video was like 27 minutes or something, I think.
Yeah,
it felt like it was 48. It was over before I knew it. Like, very easy to like. I mean, you killed it. You went from saying like, not that comfortable or whatever filming, to just like, I mean, you jumped right in.
Yeah, I give all credit, again, as always. Well, with the YouTube stuff, to Harry. Like I was talking to him behind the scenes, and I just said, dude, how do you just walk around with a sports bra on your outside with a camera attached to it? I just don't get it. And he's like, I guess I just don't care about what people think. And I'm like, boom, you literally just kind of put a dig in on me, which I love. And then he was like, no, seriously though, like I just wore it without the camera for like a week. Everywhere I went, every restaurant, grocery shopping, everywhere I went, I just wore it to get used to having it on. And then I just put the camera on, and I never even thought about it. And so that's what I did. I just started wearing it, and then without the camera, and then I just put the camera on and said, let's do this. And surprisingly, I've had one person ask if I was filming, and it was a kid, and I just went, so.
And then what? You even had someone recognize you from
Instagram? Yeah. A lady, she actually had the teal bag. She was like, hey, I follow you on Instagram, and I was like, what about YouTube? She's like, no, and I'm like, oh, damn. But yeah, it was her first time at our bin. She's from up north Houston, so she goes to a different one, and she's like, this bin's is awesome. I was like, that's why we don't go to the north side one.
Well, what you said, you have 6, soon to be 7.
Yeah,
7 bin stores. Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy. Oh, said they use the tactics at our bins, not just the Haitians. But it's not Haitians. So our bins, mainly the people that are there, like doing large bulk purchases, and I'm not just for reselling, just in general, are the Haitians, and then the Hispanic women. So usually, I mean, everyone knows who we are now, but we've been going so much. The Hispanic women, they'll usually like give us stuff, and then we give them certain things. Like, so we have a nice, we all coexist. It's just sometimes there's there's a little bit of animosity over certain shoes and stuff like that. So that's why I don't jump in when certain people, because
it's very surprising. Yeah, like if you take someone a match to a pair of shoes or something, like a match to the shoe that they found the other one of, like, I mean, people will look out for you the whole time you're at the bins, like, bringing you stuff.
Before I even filmed for YouTube or anything, and we were going to the bins, there was probably like a 12-year-old girl that was like helping her family get stuff, and this dude just straight pushed her out of the way to like get in on the bins, and I just stopped everything, and I didn't even care about the stuff anymore, and I just went into, what if that was my kid, like, that just got shoved out of the way, and I just went ham on this dude, and everybody just kind of stopped and was just like, and I was like, "That's a freaking kid, man." And the parents, like, they didn't speak any English, but they were just kind of like, "Thank you, thank you." And then the rest of the day, they would bring me shoes. And I was like, "Oh, cool, cool." But yeah, it's just,
it's weird to see, because I mean, you walk into the bins and you can almost feel it, like there's some competition.
It's like the high school cafeteria. It's like, you're like, oh, where do I sit? I love it and I hate it. So I love the smell of the bins. I love the smell of thrift stores. I don't know why. It's just when I hit it, I'm just like, yeah, there's money in here.
Me too.
MJ, when I film, I used to just hold my phone like at my chest, which is probably weirder than wearing the GoPro sports bra. But now I've upgraded thanks to Stacy for Christmas, and I wear a sports bra with the little thing on my chest. And that way I can have my hands and I can start filming me looking stuff up and hopefully helping people. Oh, there you go. You're welcome, Chris. See, I knew she was going to, I knew it was coming. So yes. Recently, the last 5 videos. So my 5 best videos, it's because I was wearing a GoPro. Before that, those are all whack. Just don't watch any of my older stuff.
No, I wouldn't say that. But
except for my surviving the Vins video. It has 22,000 views. I had no clue that that's my biggest video, and that's what I'm known for on YouTube. My channel is known for, if you you can use like TubeBuddy to find out what people look for when they look at your channel. And the number one thing people look for when they go to Flip the World is Goodwill bins. So that's why I've switched to being the bins guy. It's bins body cam footage is basically what it is.
And you definitely have. Like I said, those videos you've been putting out have been impressive. Like,
thank you.
I caught my girlfriend watching 2 of them like the other day, back to back.
Did you scold her?
They're not too bad. It's hard to get her away from her usual Commonwealth picker, Harry Tornado, and part-time picker.
Yeah,
I mean, she watches them on repeat.
Well, hey, sometimes you gotta, come down and roll around in the mud,
Hey, she wasn't complaining. She watched 2 in a row.
Yeah, that's what I told Harry today. I said, "Hey, man, you stay high up on your pedestal, and you just leave me for all the mud rolling. I'll be that big." Is it nerve-wracking with sports bra on? The only thing that is nerve-wracking to me is when I get the under boob sweat, because I'm like, damn, are people they're not looking at my camera, they're looking at my under boob sweat. But I have started working out again. I said, screw it. If my eye pops out and I go blind, I at least got my other one. So I'm back to heavy lifting and doing my cardio. So it is what
you're doing heavy, you're like lifting weights and stuff?
Yeah. So I used to be pretty into powerlifting. And Stacy wanted to compete in powerlifting. So we're getting back into it. And then I had my eye injuries. So we're getting back into it. And I'm just like, you know what? I can't do the lightweight high rep stuff. So I'm just going to get back into heavy lifting. And if my eyeball pops out, then so be it,
How like into it were you? Did you have like favorite power lifters, or did you just like do the movements and like
a lot of my friends actually competitively lift. But I mean, as far as like watching people, I just kind of stayed around like CT Fletcher and his stable. Before reselling, I used to have a fitness brand. And I would show up at expos and set up my booth. And I had some sponsored athletes like the both the current number 1 and number 2 raw bench press athletes were under my brand, and they would come to the booth and take photos with people and stuff like that. But it is a hard industry to be in. and stay in when you don't look like you work out and you're not like a world record holder or like a strong man or anything like that. So, and then of course, after the eye thing, I kind of fell off. I wasn't doing the shows and the circuits, and you get washed away very quick because there is like a million brands that pop up every day. So, I just like lifting heavy. It was never really about trying to compete. I think it's a challenge. Like every time I see one of those little Fiats, I'm like, man, I want to flip that thing. And that's
Oh man. You got me like thinking. I used to be so into like powerlifting and like going to the gym and stuff back in the day. I say back in the day, like I'm an old man, but yeah, whenever I was, just fresh out of high school and still like dumb, I guess I would just lift real heavy and hurt myself all the time.
Yeah.
So
you wake up 2 days, you wake up and like a week later, you're still sore. Like right now, we did legs on Friday. And I still have like the lactic acid buildup in my thighs. And like, I love that feeling of like my body is torn and it's repairing itself and it's getting stronger. And like, people are like, oh, my legs hurt. And I'm like, that means you tore your muscles. They're growing. You're getting stronger.
Yeah. For some reason. Yeah. Whenever I used to think of it as like, you're tearing the muscles down and rebuilding them stronger. But it's like so much easier to be in pain.
Yeah, for sure. Not a fan of ice baths. I never could get into that with the whole like pushing the lactic acid out. I'd rather just take a pill to help me do that because ice baths were never for me. But and I don't have one of those cool little like muscle massagers. I just
no, I didn't either. I was just always stiff as a board and hurt. And
I just wake up and try to get out of bed and be like, oh God.
Just warm up enough to lift heavy again and then just go to bed. It was a terrible cycle, but I enjoyed it while I did it.
Walk around telling people I'm not fat. This is a power belly. I got this from bracing. There's a lot of people on my personal, I follow a lot of lifters on like my personal Instagram. The dude that started, his name like Chris something. He's bald now, but he's like the deadlift master. He's like 50 something years old and he can still pull like 800 pounds. The scientist, like that's his name, like the scientist. He's insane.
It's like Chris Duffin or something.
Yeah, that's it. Duffin. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got like the power mullet going right now. He's bald up front, but he's got the McKinney powers. Yeah. Chris Duffin. His deadlift and like his setup and his methods are pretty awesome. I was into West Side Barbell like from the beginning. I was like, those dudes are bleeding. The noses are bleeding while they're deadlifting. I was like, that's some Roadhouse stuff right there. I like it. And then when your nose bleeds at the gym and everybody's like, oh my God, call 911. Luckily, our gym allows heavy weights. They don't have like a lunk alarm or anything. Like that. We only have one bins in our entire state. Oh man, I would totally move. Gonna have to check it out. Yeah, definitely. Let's see. We'll watch later. I love your tiki-taki jiggly. There you go.
Oh, thank you. I was just reading the chat there. Sorry, I if I was paused or whatever.
Zach, my goals for 2022 as far as fitness, it's always the same as when I first got into lifting. Don't die. That's it. I'm married and have kids, man. I really don't care what my body looks like. I get naked. I'm like, Stacy, this is what you get. And sometimes she just rolls over and goes to sleep, and sometimes she doesn't. That's just reselling. I want to hit 150K gross. And I want to, which is, $410.95 per day, which I'm already crushing, and find another wholesale supplier. So I have one regular and one on retainer. Because of supply chain issues, it's getting harder to get inventory on a regular basis. So that's going to be something that I think we have nationwide. Like Nike made an announcement that their stores are going to be not getting new inventory until summer of 2022. So as a shoe reseller, that makes me excited. I need to find more Nikes in the thrift. And then I want to be like you, man. Honestly, I've got Stacy on board. We're going to invest as much as we can without sacrificing what we need for a regular life, and just grind on investing as much as possible.
Yep. It has me thinking about making investments too. I don't want to, I can't do that. I don't want to do this forever. I enjoy what I do, but I do need to think about the future. That was the first thing I remember whenever I was, getting into this. My dad was like, oh, you have a good job with retirement and health insurance and stuff. And I was, I was just under the assumption there was no way to do it by myself. I just have to just limp through life and just do the best that I can, work forever. But there's so many options out there, like Roth IRA, and just
you could do I think it's called a SEP IRA, self-employed person, or Zach, if you're still in the chat, I think it's called SEP, SEP. You could have your Roth IRA and then also set up a SEP IRA, because you max out your Roth at 6,000, but you can do up to, I want to say it's like $19,500 in your SEP account, and both of those will bring your tax bracket down and all that good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not an accountant or a tax person. Don't take any of this seriously. I have to put that for some reason. I'm doing I don't know if we're allowed to announce this, but I'm putting in my stories, but I'm currently doing the SEF program with Renzi Now, the sweat equity fund.
Oh, you are?
Yeah. I'm one of the beta testers for their program. So we are doing that. Basically because I want to learn if cross-listing is worth it. I want them to show me how to do the Poshmark side. And honestly, like, I think other than like Mr. Maverick, I don't know if you follow him, but they're up there with like the gold standard for shoe resellers. And so I just, any information that I could absorb, I'm definitely want to do it. So
now, what's the deal with that? Like, what you're doing with Renzi is, do you have to is it like a paid subscription, or are they just like, is it like,
so it's I don't want to go too into it because they're putting out videos. But basically what it is if you're one of the people that's doing it, there's an X amount of money that they're going to fund you for inventory. And then as your items from those purchases sell, a percentage of it goes back into the pot. And then that pot is used to advance the next batch of students. And also, they have different bonuses for longest streak of sales and things like that. So really, it's just to me, I'm looking at it as an opportunity to maybe learn some things about other platforms that I don't know, maybe get some insight on better ways to do things. And then, any kind of free knowledge, I try to soak up. Like that's another thing I'm trying to read, and by read I mean Spotify audiobook, a bunch of different books this year. Just trying to, I don't know, not get progressively dumber is the easiest way I can put it.
I saw that on the list of like talking points, and I'm like, oh man, I don't read at all.
Like
I listen to I'll listen to audiobooks, but I'm mostly just podcast or YouTube video. I like to just watch things and get information and try to, because it's like I can watch videos and like retain that information, but if I read or have something read to me, I can get like whenever I listen to, I think I talked to you after I listened to Rich Dad Poor Dad and I was like, amazing, like life-changing book, and then I feel like I just forgot so much of it. Like I was so pumped up for that day, that week, whatever, and then I just I don't know, I can't take it in.
What I do is I listen to mostly listening. I love listening to music. So audiobooks is a no-brainer. If I'm driving, I just put it on, or working on cleaning shoes, instead of music, I'll put it on. And then if something if I'm like, huh, like if something in the book makes me go, huh, I usually kind of make a note in my phone. And then that way I've kind of created my own personal cliff notes of what got me to go, and then I can deep dive into that on YouTube, or, find another person. Like Mark Tilbury is one of the guys that I follow on Instagram that's breaks down investing and stocks and things like that, I think, in a way that someone like me can get into it. And he's got a British accent, so everything he says, I believe 1,000%. So But yeah, I definitely pick up more from certain social media and then YouTube as well, and audiobooks. Like I said, I'm not sitting here with you don't see a wall of books behind me. And if you did, it'd all be like color books, like color by numbers or something like that, or Dr. Seuss.
Yeah, if they don't have pictures, I don't want to read that book. Read that book.
Yeah. Audiobooks is I just think it's why not? I mean, if you can listen to someone read you a book, why would you read it? Like somebody took the time to read this and record themselves doing it. Yeah. Give them the platform to at least listen to it. I mean, damn. Zach said he does have a Roth and a SEPA, both are really good. Yeah, so see there, you can do that. So one thing I'm doing that's a little, I don't know if I can have a SEP, but I would have to, I guess we officially became an LLC, and then we sent in our paperwork to file as a S Corp elective. Basically, it's a fancy way of saying that Stacy and I both receive paychecks now from Flip the World, so we actually have to file W-2s. So we're now, it's all about saving money. Basically, anything, I'm trying to figure out how to do my taxes like the rich people. I want to be the people that people complain about, be like, oh, they don't pay their fair share. I'm like, God damn right I don't, because I learned how not to. Your fault that you pay high taxes because you didn't learn how not to. So that's one thing I'm trying to do right now.
Hold on a second here.
Nice. Yeah, see, How to Be a Capitalist Without Any Capital is one that I have on my list to read. Rich Dad Poor Dad is one of those books, like you can read it once or listen to it on the audiobook, and then like 6 months later, just kind of pop in and just kind of move around on Spotify till you hit the points you want to refresh your brain.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Like I can't say like I took everything in from that book, but I have found myself revisiting that book. Like I have listened to it, whenever I need any sort of like, motivation or whatever. Yeah. I enjoy that book.
I used to have the CT Fletcher app. I don't know if you knew existed. Where it's
I didn't know there was an app. I know who CT Fletcher is.
It's just him talking shit to you.
Yeah.
You just push a button and he'll just be like, push mother. And you're like, so I would listen to that like while I'm at the gym, or just like if I was having a bad day, I would put that on. He has like a 5-minute rant that he did. And I would just listen to that. And I would be like, you know what? F all these people. I feel better now. I don't know. That dude just motivates the hell out of me.
Never did I think that we would bring up the name CT Fletcher twice on this show. But
I met him and I was just like, you're awesome. And he's like, I know. What's the other dude I met, dude? And he was so funny. And he's short, dude. Bodybuilders are short.
Yeah.
I don't know why I can't think of these people's names. He was the dude that was in prison. And he does a lot of YouTube videos about making prison spread for gains.
Oh, that's Cali Muscle.
Cali Muscle. Dude, I met Cali Muscle, and the first thing he said when I walked up to take a photo with him, he's like, damn, you the first white dude in the line today. I'm like, wait, what? And he's like, smiling. I was like, wait, what? He's like, you got some tattoos on you. I was like, you got a lot of jewelry on. God damn. But yeah, dude, he came up to like my shoulder, and I'm not tall. I'm 6 foot.
Oh, really? He's
like Jay Cutler. Jay Cutler's short. I'm dude. I'm like, man, these bodybuilders look huge on stage. I have a Ronnie Coleman tattoo.
Really?
And when I met Ronnie Coleman, I showed it to him. He's like, that's sweet. But yeah, Ronnie Coleman videos is what I used to watch before I went to the gym. Like while my pre-workout was kicking in, I would watch his training videos, and I'd be like, oh, nothing but a peanut. And I'd get to the gym and pull something and immediately be like, damn it, you're not Ronnie Coleman. Yeah, everybody's saying S Corp is the way to go. See, I couldn't explain why. I just heard that that's how you got to do it. And again, I ain't mad at anybody that's not paying taxes because they're doing something right.
We tried to talk about something, like educational, talk about taxes or whatever, and then the chat started talking about it and we got off topic.
Yeah, I was like, oh no, let's not go down that road, because then somebody's gonna use this on us Instagram and be like, this is why you don't do it. And I'm like, I'm not a tax professional. Please take none of things I said seriously, except for the nasty underwear. That's happening. If you learn anything from this show, that's what's happening. Audio allows you to put bookmarks. Oh, well, there you go. Audible. Maybe that's something to look into. Because that would be helpful instead of me just making a little note in my phone. Like, I just put the timestamp and then like what he was talking about that made me go, But I also read like other like just random, I don't know, anything. I don't need a lot of like motivational kind of books or anything like that. Like, I'm a pretty self-motivated person. Mostly like my brain is always just like, I have to outlive my enemies, and that's all the motivation I need. Like, so I just try to put everything in my life to that. As long as I outlive my enemies, I'm okay.
I feel like it was really weird. Like I would always turn to like the motivational type stuff whenever I had like a 9-to-5 job, like to motivate me to get through the day. Like it was some sort of like real major accomplishment that I made it through another day. Yeah. And then, now that I'm, self-employed, I'm not really getting
That's
up
because
like,
you had those,
ready to go. You
had those invisible chains of oppression on you. That's what a 9-to-5 does to like almost everybody. It just like beats you down. Unless you love what you do, which again, I tell people all the time. They'll message me and they'll be like, hey, I do this and I love it, but I also want to do, I see your videos and I want to resell them. Hey, if you love what you do, like, do what you do and then maybe do it as a hobby or just extra cash. But I would never tell somebody that like loves being a teacher, like, hey, I don't know why you do this crappy under 40K a year job. You should be a reseller. I'm like, no, because if you love being a teacher and you're passionate about it, be a teacher. And then, ask for more money because you deserve it. Trust me. We give our teachers and daycare people gifts because I'm like, I know my kids. You guys deserve a bonus. How you doing time wise? I mean, we didn't really have an end cap, man. So this is my second coffee. I'm a night owl, so
it's getting a little late here, but I'm not tired or anything. I had my caffeine drink. I'm
okay. I was gonna say, you give me like a baseball sign when it's time to go, and I'll just, because we still got a good amount of people in the chat, which is awesome to see, guys. Thank y'all all for tuning in to the hopefully first of many the Art of Swap podcast. We are going to try and figure out how to move the audio of this onto Spotify and or Apple Music or something like that. So we're behind the scenes doing the IT, trying to figure that out. Basically, that means we're watching YouTube videos, learning how to do it.
Did we get up to 50 people in the chat or not quite?
No,
I wasn't able to tell. I'm sorry.
We got up to 31 was our highest. Right now we're at 27. I was gonna jump on Instagram and just yell at people and tell them if they're on Instagram that they should be.
It's not bad. 27 still.
I think it's great. Oh, 26, 25. Oh, now everybody's just leaving. You guys.
You started playing on your phone and you just ruined it. There it goes.
I'm gonna take a picture. I don't want to take a picture. If you're still awake and you're scrolling through social media, why not join me and Mike? We're live. YouTube. Duh. There we go.
Do you have a mullet?
What? How dare you? Yeah.
Let me see.
I'm doing a Kenny Powers, man.
Oh, that's amazing.
Oh, it's not that good, man. It's not. I had him taper the back because I can't handle it, but it just looks like a sideways, like, oh wait, I'm going the wrong way. Sorry. It's not too bad.
I like it.
I haven't had hair in forever, and the older I get, I'm like, you know what? I should probably let this grow because one day I'm gonna wish I had it. So,
yeah, that's what I said, and then I've been wearing a hat ever since.
I know your hair's back. It's like I was waiting, like, where's the mane? Crazy.
I put it back. I had to hop in the shower before this and just kind of open myself up. Like I said, it's the weather has been super weird here recently. Like it was 45 and raining today, and then it got cold and it was like kind of icy, and then it's going to be like 10 degrees. So I just got a case of the sniffles. So I didn't want to be.
You didn't get COVID from watching our live show, so calm down.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you're all safe.
Yeah, the rich folks influence the laws to keep them rich. Yeah, exactly. Like, look, I grew up like a punk rock kid, so like I learned about freeganism, which if you didn't know, that's getting things for free, and I don't mean stealing. That's different. But like every bagel shop, donut shop, pizza shop in the United States, when they close, they usually throw out the day's pastries because they can't resell them the next day because their whole business motto basically is fresh baked goods. So usually they put them in a separate trash bag, and that's going to be the first bag on top in the dumpster. So when we used to go on tour, that's how we ate. If we didn't, make enough money, we would just go find a pizza place and get some pizza or some bagels at a bagel shop or donuts, and things like that. So I guess I've
very
been
wasteful indeed. There's nothing wrong with a good old fashioned 24.5-hour-old donut. I remember my mom used to bring them home from the convenience store. She'd come back with a pack of cigarettes and a little bag of donuts.
The best. And they always taste good because they're free.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, now that I have like now that I don't eat a lot of different things, my diet's pretty much the same and boring. I don't get all the awesome frees anymore, but yeah, it's like, imagine going to like Sam's or Costco or something on sample day. It's no different. It's just in the trash.
Yeah, that's right. I totally forgot about sample day. Oh, you are bringing up like some of the best topics on.
Oh, dude, you could get a free meal on sample day.
I think it was always Saturday around here. I don't know if it's the same everywhere, but I remember going to Sam's Club on Saturday.
Oh yeah, it used to always be bagel bites for me. That used to be the main thing. I'd be like, oh God, how many times am I gonna go? Oh, it's for my sister. She's just bagel bites, man. The best. We're up to 28 people. Look, I just want to give it away. So if we hit 30 again in the chat, I will give away one of the Flip the World IKEA. And of course, we jumped to 31 like immediately. I don't know how to do it. I don't know what we do.
How do you want to do it? Do you want to do like someone in the chat, like here now?
Yeah, I mean, we dropped down to 28. So does it count? Are we still?
You got to take it back.
I think we have to be consistent. MF, man, like I tell you, man, you just give them all melatonin, kids melatonin, and duct tape. And then once they go out, you take the tape off and they're good to go. Not a professional parent. Please don't take any of that advice. I mean, I am a professional parent, but don't take any of my advice. It's going to be cool in like 20 years to see the effects of my parenting on kids and what I've done right and what I've done horribly wrong. And hopefully it'll be documented on YouTube for years and years to come. That's what I told someone the other day. They were asking me like my purpose of my YouTube channel, other than to just like, because I can, is hopefully YouTube's around until a meteor hits us and we all are gone. But when I die, my kids will be able to watch this and be like, oh, that's what he was doing, instead of, parenting me.
Yeah. And you can learn a thing or two. You never learned anything from looking at a photo album.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like this is very, very good time.
Right now they're just like, why does he always bring shoes home? Why is he always cleaning people's shoes? And then, when they're older, they can watch and be like, I get it. That's why I had all those cool toys, because he was cleaning those dirty people's shoes.
That's interesting. I never thought about that because, we have a dog and a cat here. So they just kind of sniff the shoes and then that's it. I never thought of like the element of like having kids see what you're doing and like, what are you doing? Like, why do you have so many shoes?
Well, somebody like posted this the other day and it just like, my mind just exploded. They're just like, remember when you were a kid growing up that you were also watching your parents grow up. And I'm just like, wait, what? I never looked at my parents as people. I just looked at them as my parents. I never, my mind as a kid was never focused on, these are two people that have their own lives and their own things going on and all that crap. I'm just like, where the hell's my Hot Pocket and Mountain Dew?
That's a good point. Yeah. I mean,
but like now that I'm 38, my dad had me when he was 35. So I'm just like, my dad at 35, I wish I could know what was going on in his mind. It was probably like, oh God, this kid is an idiot.
I just turned 28 and my dad texted me. He was like, happy birthday. I was 28 whenever me and your mom had you. I'm like that's just crazy to think. Like, I couldn't even imagine having a kid. You know, I'm 28. I'm probably, super far behind.
Yeah. So it's just like, yeah, your parents were growing up while you were growing up, and you were focused on your life. And it's just, I don't know. So this whole YouTube channel, other than like helping people and hopefully providing some kind of humor and in a world that seems to be getting less funny, is like a living time capsule of who I am, that they can hopefully go back and watch when they're older and show their kids and so on and so forth. And if they ever get in a bind, they can go back and learn how to do this. I'm assuming that humanity is always going to overproduce. So there's always going to be a need for resellers, and there's always going to be an abundance of crap to flip. So hopefully they can flip a hoverboard or a flying car or something that they got to thrift. Or some really cool pairs of shoes. That's the one thing I'm going to miss when I die, is like, what kind of cool shoes are they going to come out with that I never got to see?
What's your favorite kind of shoes to clean?
Oh man. Honestly, I really love fly knits. I don't like the bottoms. I think this part sucks, but for whatever reason, this material, whatever this is so fun to clean with the magic eraser, and just see it turn white. But I mean, honestly, I like just any of them. I love the front of Vans. I don't even have where's my magic tool? If you buy the spray foam shoe cleaner, it comes with that top that's also a brush.
Yeah.
That brush on the front of this, before you use a magic eraser, gets it white every time. I do hate the bottoms. I hate the bottoms. The worst. Yeah, Vans and fly knits are my favorite to clean. I think I do them faster because I like them so much. What's yours?
I was just gonna say Nike. Like, there's some Nike shoe. I mean, you find so many of them, or at least I do. Yeah, I kind of get used to it. But yeah, just gliding along like the sole of Nikes. It's just so like it doesn't eat up your magic eraser, and I love that. It's all about the little things.
Vans will destroy your magic eraser.
Yeah.
So I have a specific one for Vans, and then I have a nice one for Nikes. Yes, I separate. My shoe cleaning stuff is segregated. I have a brush that I use for extremely dirty shoes. I have one that I use for not so dirty shoes. That's another thing. I'm one of those weirdos. I love pins. Like, if a pin writes really well, more than likely I'm going to steal it. Restaurant, hotel, it doesn't matter. If it's good, I'm probably taking it. And brushes. If I see a new brush or see a shoe cleaner using a brush, I'm like, where'd you get the brush? Home Depot? I'm going to try it. Grill brush.
I love the brush.
Ripped up a midsole using a grill brush. Too hard for my liking. Do you use
in the chat? So
you use a power drill yet?
No. I live in an apartment, and I just don't like making a mess. I have like my brushes. I have hard bristle, medium bristle, soft bristle, toothbrush that I never get wet. I have a toothbrush for, like I have a brush for every occasion, but I don't have, I don't use the power tools.
This is my birthday brush. Yeah, I was thinking about getting the attachment for the drill just for the insoles, because I watched how how fast you can clean insoles. Not that I clean every insole, but most running shoes, it's good to at least do a once over. But dirty insoles, like getting cleaned like that with a power brush, I was like, okay, maybe it's worth the $6 to buy that head attachment. But other than that, I don't like it because if you try to clean the outside of a shoe, all of a sudden I have mud all over my glasses and everywhere. And I'm just like, why? Who's not posting this part of the cleaning process on their videos? Damn it, dealing with Dalton, you never showed me that there would be mud on my ceiling.
Yeah, I'm very much about containing the mess. I don't, because I have to stand in the bathroom with them. I load up my bathtub. I take all my bags in, load up the bathtub, and just grab like one at a time.
I'm always waiting for like a rubber ducky like bathtub photo or something from you. I love that you use the bathtub. I think it's awesome. Zach just sold a pair of Flyknits for $100. That's awesome.
Yes.
Gary Vee always talks about filming yourself. So his main thing is film yourself 80% of the time and only show the world 20%, because most of the other stuff no one cares about. I do that to a point. Like when I'm out, I usually turn it on, but I don't continuously film, because I don't have multiple GoPro batteries and SD cards. And also I try to simplify everything that I do in life. And I think if I filmed for 4 hours while I was at the bins, and then I have to edit 4 hours of crap into a 20-minute video that people are going to want to watch, it's too much editing. So I just do turn on, turn off, turn off, turn on, turn off, turn off. And then I just segue it with the fade out, fade in. Because I don't want to film for 4 hours and then sit on my computer for 10 hours cutting and pasting. Also, inside scoop, once I think the video's done, Stacy and I sit down and watch it. And if at any point we feel bored, I'll edit stuff. I'll cut it down more, and then we'll watch it again, and then I'll cut it down more until we're both like, I'd watch that. But yeah, Gary Vee's pretty good. Lately, he's been getting crazy, man. He's so far beyond who he was 10 years ago, which is awesome. I'm no hate. I think he was one of the pioneers of telling people like it's okay to cuss and be passionate about things and F everybody. But yeah, I do not sell on GOAT. I don't have nice enough shoes for GOAT.
No, I don't either. Strictly eBay.
Yeah, I am working on maybe for the SEF thing, dabbling in going to the Nike outlet because we have 3 locations. It's like Houston has everything in abundance. We have 3 Nike outlets. Like it. I think we have like 2 New Balance outlets, some Adidas outlets, and stuff like that. So I'm thinking about going and trying to get in on that because I know they used to do that as well. I got pretty spoiled with that 2,000 pairs of new shoes, man. You literally just open a box, take photos, done. No cleaning.
Yeah, what you guys were doing like 114 listings a day, like just ridiculous numbers. Like,
yeah, because it's super easy.
Yeah.
Like it's just when that's all you do, like wake up, go to the warehouse, turn on the light boxes. She starts taking photos while I pull orders. And then when I'm done pulling orders, I open up my light. We have 2 light boxes. I start doing it. It's just like do. Every photos, we take the same 7 or 8 photos for every listing. It just becomes, it's like going to the gym. It's like, oh, today's Monday. It's International Chest Day. Oh, you know what you're going to do.
Yeah.
I don't know what that says, but hi.
Yeah, I don't know.
When in doubt, just say hi.
Yeah, hi.
So what do you got? 10:38 there? Is that what time it is where you are?
Yeah.
Okay. And what was your what you're drinking, an energy drink?
Yeah, I had a Rockstar Pure Zero.
And that doesn't keep you up?
So far, so good.
No, I mean like afterward, just like because some people are like, oh, I can't drink coffee after 7 o'clock or it'll keep me up all night. Like me, I don't have that caffeine. I probably because of years and years of taking pre-workout, I don't have I drink 2 of these, like two coffees, and I can still fall asleep like 10 minutes after we're done.
Yeah, if I lay down, I could fall asleep. You could be like sitting here screaming at me. I could probably fall asleep like right now.
Yeah,
but I'm not going to. I'm like whenever we're done, I'll probably stay up till like 3, 4 o'clock. I just
Nice.
like having a weird schedule because I can.
Nice. Yeah, well, that's the other cool thing. Yeah, like I know I have a nice schedule. I'll still stay up, but got to wake up for the kids for school and everything. And then what we try to do is once the kids are gone, Monday through Friday, like from 9 to 5, we're kids again. We don't have kids. We don't have jobs. Our orders are done into the post office by noon. We've already done our photographing, so we get to be kids, man. We go to the movies. We'll drive to Louisiana and go to the casino and still be back by daycare pickup, and they not even know where we were all day. You know, that's what I was talking about when it's like, while we're at school, I have no idea what my parents did when I was a kid. For all I know, you know, they could have been gambling or, you know, robbing people. I have no clue. So that's what we do. We go and like drive go-karts and just act like goofballs. I love it.
I'm always going to Did you see the new Spider-Man yet?
Oh yeah. I didn't want to like talk about it right after it came out because I didn't know, but I'm just like, man, if you haven't seen it by now, there's no hashtag spoilers. Like, loved it.
I feel like once I've seen it, everyone's seen it because I don't like going to the movies when there's, you know, brand new movie. There's a ton of people sitting next to you. I don't like being crammed in, so I wait until like the last minute. Well, I waited as long as I could, and then we went to go see it. So
nice. What'd you think?
Oh, I loved it.
Yes.
Seeing like some of the because Tobey Maguire's my Spider-Man. So
well, that's what I tell the kids that because they're like, Andrew Garfield's my Spider, and I just Tobey is like, I mean, that's Spider-Man. And then I'm a huge William Dafoe fan. Like his facial structure was built for evil. Like and he's so good at it.
Yeah.
Just I thought he stole the movie, honestly. Like his character was so good. But I loved it. We went on like a Tuesday at 10 a.m. We have a theater that has absolutely nobody there during the week. So Tuesdays are $5 movie day, and we just go and have the whole theater to ourselves.
I loved it. Yeah, it was it was such a long movie though. I swear it felt like it was a different day whenever we got out. But I loved every second of it. It was so good seeing like all the old characters and stuff.
That's how I felt when I first when I saw Lord of the Rings in the theater. I was just like, okay, what day is it? I drank way too much soda in the first 30 minutes of the movie, but now I'm so involved that I'm literally just going to have an appendix burst because I can't get up.
And then you come out of the movies after a real long movie, and that sun, the first time you see the sun, it hurts so bad.
Like a vampire. Not to mention, I don't know what it is about the carbonated drinks at movie theaters, but never in my life, not on an airplane, not on a long flight, not on, waiting at a stadium game. The first pee after a movie is like 6 minutes long. I don't understand what it is in the carbonation. It's just like I can't see, and I've just peed for like 10 minutes. What is happening?
Oh my god.
Have you guys seen the last few Halloween movies? Yeah, the last one was so bad. Like I literally predicted everything that was happening. Also, the fact that the main character, not Michael Myers, was in it for like 10 minutes. She had no part. She had no part in the killing. She had no part in anything. She had like 2 lines. Like Jamie Lee Curtis was basically not in the movie except for the trailer.
No lie, I have not seen any of the new Halloween movies. Believe it or not.
Dude, I think they are actually ruining the franchise by putting these out. I know they're trying to stir up the new youth in horror because nobody's making like horror movies anymore like that can actually continue and have sequels. But I think they're doing a discredit to how it should have. I agree. I think same thing with music. It's okay to let things die or just, let it go, man. Like I hate revamps just for the sake of a revamp.
Mm-hmm.
If you nailed it, like if they made a new Lord of the Rings, I would be pissed. Like,
I honestly feel like James Wan with like the Insidious movies and like the Conjuring movies and stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like they're doing a good enough job with like the horror movies right now. Like,
yeah, like
there
they
doesn't...
just did that. They have a new Saw, but it's not called Saw. And it has like Chris Rock as a detective. And I'm like, I can't take this dude seriously in anything that's not him making fun of white people or cussing. Like, I just,
Mhm.
dude, you can't be a detective. You're Chris fucking Rock.
Mhm.
Like, so I don't know. I just, again, people in my age are like, oh, we had the best movies, and then the people before are like, oh, we had the best movies. And it's like, just stop remaking stuff.
Mhm.
Just make new stuff. I feel the same way about PacSun reprinting vintage shirts. It drives me nuts. Like,
all
all
the
you're doing.
PacSuns around me are closed for business. I have
Oh yeah.
probably because they're just reprinting vintage shirts.
Yeah, dude, they're reprinting vintage shirts, and I'm just like, cool. All you're doing is creating more kids getting beat up at school or getting bullied. They're like, oh, cool, man, that's an old '95 Rockets championship. Oh no, that's from PacSun. Let's get them. It's like when you used to show up at school and you didn't have on, like, for me, it was like Spaldings. Like, if I came to school wearing some Rawling basketball shoes, everybody's like, oh, look at him, he's wearing some British Knights. He's got some BKs on. It's like, I don't know. My mom brought them home and they were black and they fit. I don't know anything about cool shoes, but
Everyone had the high top Air Force Ones whenever I was in school, and we could not afford them. Not trying to brag, but I would have the high top FUBU shoes from Marshalls
nice
that I'd get for $19.99. So that was my go-to shoe in school.
Dude, I got a pair of Reebok Classics, just this white and black Reebok Classics, and I was just hooked. I still wear them. I still wear Reebok Classics, and now all my friends my age now, they're like, man, you were ahead of the game. Now I'm rocking. I understand. I'm like, yeah, dude, I'm fat. I need some arch support. These are comfortable. And then New Balance. Everybody's rocking New Balance now. It's like, hey, I don't even care if they're ugly. They're comfortable.
Yes.
Jordans always hurt my feet. Air Force Ones are too flat. I can wear them like for a little bit, but after that, I'm like, I'm not trying to walk around Six Flags wearing freaking Air Force Ones. I'm not trying to flex on anybody. I'm trying to be comfortable.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was going to say. Yeah, I've moved on to just the comfort stage of my life.
When it comes to The Office, Toby sucks. When it comes to Spider-Man, Toby's the GOAT. Yeah, 100%. Also, speaking of, who do you think with a Strangler I can't say two S words together without
Scranton Strangler?
Yes, I can't do it. Who do you think
I'm just going to go I guess I'll just go Toby just because I just don't like him, I don't.
Did you not like him because Michael didn't like him?
Yeah, I just like Michael so much. Like I just
every
time I watch watching The Office, I'm just like, I just want to be friends with Michael. They're so bad. Like, or have him be my boss or just hang out with me during the day.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he was just, the funniest character of all time. He has made me laugh so many times till I felt like real physical pain. Like that show's amazing. Who's your favorite character though on The Office?
Man, so it depends on the season. I can tell you who I did not like throughout the whole thing, Andy Bernard. I could never get into that character because I think the writers tried too hard to blend him in, and it never sat with me. I personally try to live my life like Stanley. Like, that is the tip of the iceberg, is if I could just be more like Stanley. But yeah, I mean, Michael, just not only, because I go into like deep dives behind the scenes, like knowing that Steve Carell directed a lot of the episodes that are probably what I consider the best episodes, just fortifies the fact that I think Steve Carell is like a comedic genius. And honestly, when I found out that the only reason he left the show was because they never asked him to stay, just his contract ended and they never asked if he wanted to renew it. So he left. Literally. That's it. Yeah. Isn't that just
Yeah. Yeah.
like, hey, why didn't you stick around? He's like, my contract ended and they didn't ask me to. So I just moved on. Wow.
That blows my mind. Yeah, I thought, I always thought, there was some sort of like dispute or just something bad happened.
So basically what happened is the high ups changed, and the new people that came in were not familiar with the office or the characters. All they were brought up to was, these are the actors that contracts are ending. This is what we would do. And they just never asked. It's just stuff like that boggles my mind, because I'm like, I like how it went a little bit. Of course, I don't like the whole Andy Bernard being manager and the whole like boat thing and the whole love storyline with Aaron and all that crap. But
yeah,
I mean, I think Dwight saved the show and kept the laughs going for sure. But yeah, man, Stanley was just solid throughout. Even when they went and did that stupid go to Florida and do the saber crap, like Florida Stanley was like life goals, man. Life's too short. Drive fast and leave a pretty or leave a sexy corpse, dude. That is a model for life.
Whenever he's at the red light with Jim in the car, and he's like, "Hello, ladies, you want to join us for some cocktails?"
Awesome.
I love Stanley and I love Creed.
Yeah, dude. And then the fact that Creed's like a professional musician in real life is just awesome. Nylon classics all the way. Yeah, black with the white trim. I never got into the navy blue or the gray. Dan said I rock the Dada shoes. Damn, I haven't heard about that, Brandon, from forever. Champion back in the day from Kmart. Yeah, that was another one that blew my mind like 5 years ago when Champion came back and everybody was like flexing. And I'm just like, wait a second. People used to clown on me when I would show up wearing some Champion stuff. Now you're telling me that it's expensive? Said I'm from the West Coast, so nylon shoes have been on it. Oh, yeah, dude. Nike Cortez with the high ass white socks with the black pinstripes. I know. You got some khakis that are creased Dickie shorts.
I'm all about comfort and convenience now. All I wear is Crocs.
You sound like all of my children. That was the number one thing on all the kids' Christmas list this year. Crocs. That's it.
Crocs.
I was like, oh, this is easy. I can find those at the bins easily. What are your sizes? Like, no, we want new ones. I'm like, oh man.
I would in a heartbeat. I'd wear some used Crocs. I'm always looking.
Dude, they sell fast too.
They really do.
Yes.
So I found it like the what was I gonna say? Like the like ballet flat Crocs sell ridiculously fast for me. Yep. And pretty much any Crocs, they all sell super fast.
Here the real tree ones move really fast. I'm not a fan of the faux lined ones. They're like annoying if they're all matted down. I'll pass on them.
Oh yeah, that's right. I did want to say something because in your most recent video, I think, or one of your recent videos, you passed on the Crocs with the lining. Yeah. What I just pretty much get like a dry, like hard bristle toothbrush and just go crazy and just try to like fluff up the hair. Like I don't clean it or anything like that. Like I just try to fluff up the lining so it looks decent for a picture. Because I mean, they're used. So
I would do that if they were just matted down, but they had like black like things stuck to them, not gum, but it was something. And I'm like, hey, what the hell is that? And I don't want to spend 10, 20 minutes trying to get it out. So I was like, pass.
Like some
they were pink, and I think they were a size 12. And so if that's a 12 women's, that's a 10 men. I mean, I know like it's so bad to say this, but they call anything above like an 11 in women's an extreme size. But yeah, I was just like, man, this is a gigantic pink, gross croc. I'm gonna toss that back
with foot juice in it.
With random foot stuff.
Pellets. Yeah.
Yeah. Stacy said Michael was everything. Yeah, she loves Michael. She cries. We watch it like on, she cries every freaking time. The comeback at Dwight's wedding, airport when he takes off the mic. I know all her episodes where she's gonna bawl. The proposal, which we were talking about, which is kind of where we got the name for the show. It's funny, he directed that episode, but we like the garage sale aspect, but the main attraction of that episode was Michael leaving the show and proposing to Holly.
Mm-hmm.
I still would have liked to see him light himself on fire in the parking lot. Croc heels are money. Yeah, I saw a pair of those recently, and I was like, what is this? I did not know they made them. They also make wedges, and they have like a shoe with laces.
Yeah, they do have shoes with laces. That's right.
It's crazy.
They really have. Yeah.
It's like every time I see somebody wearing Crocs, all I think about is, I wonder if they could run across water quickly. Like, would they, because it's buoyant. It's basically, you're wearing one of those rubber keychain floaty things that you used to put on when you went to the beach in case you lost your keys in the water on your feet.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they got penny loafers. That's what it is. They have penny loafers too. Like for the executive businessman that wants comfort. Yeah.
Well, see, that's crazy. I just thought that, I just thought they went like crazy with the colors and stuff. I didn't know they were getting into all these.
Yeah, like if you ever find yourself needing to go to court, get you some Crocs penny loafers.
Yeah, some special Crocs for jury duty.
Guaranteed you're going to get dismissed. The judge is going to take one look at your feet and be like, this guy means business. Meeting adjourned. Do you still mess with Allbirds? I know for a while there everybody was kind of watching them because of Drew getting that Vero.
So I've never found a pair.
Oh wow.
I've never I've seen the Faded Glory Walmart version of the Allbirds hundreds of times probably. I mean, I think Pittsburgh is the fake Allbird capital of the world, but yeah, I've never seen
capital of the world.
Allbird or On Cloud. Never seen either one here. And I mean, I've seen some, some really different brands. I've found a ton of Beezies that you like to sell.
Yep.
And Keen is a really good one. I find a lot of.
What would you say is the main brand of Pittsburgh, of I guess your area? Like when you say New York, everybody thinks about Tim's. What is the footwear of choice, the brand of choice for your area, your region?
Say probably Crocs and Vans.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, Crocs whenever it's nice outside, Vans any other time. You don't really see anything too crazy here.
Yeah, it's all about Air Force Ones here. Lows, not the highs, but
it's funny you say that because the other day I went to the zoo and I was just like people watching like crazy, just looking at all the different shoes and stuff because that's what everyone says. Look around at the shoes and it's it's true.
Yeah.
So that's what I saw, a ton of Vans.
Have a good night, man. We're probably going to wrap up here soon as well.
Yeah.
I don't want you to fall asleep. And this is just our inaugural day, so we're just having a good time. But have you seen that comedian? He has like long hair and he wears trucker hats and he has glasses and a long beard. His little tick is, we're having a good time. We're having a good time. He's on Netflix. He's got a new special. He looks like a hipster dude, but I thought it was an act. And he talked about it. He's like, hey, everybody thinks this is fake hair. And he all takes his hat off. And it's like, no, this is all me. We're having a good time. Everybody, we're having a good time. Like, that's just his, like, tick. So, Noble is a brand I don't find often here, honestly.
I've probably watched that comedy. I know you like comedy, but I probably watched that comedy special. Like, I'm thinking really hard to like think.
It starts off with a black guy that was a Marine. He says some things that I'm not going to repeat on this live, and then it's a lady, and then it's that guy. It's like the new stand-up special. It's like just a bunch of new up-and-coming comics.
Oh, like just called the stand-ups or something like that.
He's like the fourth person. He's got the long hair. He's like, we're having a good time.
Okay. Because I thought you were talking about.
I don't know if you know Jimmy Carr. He's the guy that looks like a ventriloquist doll. He's British.
No.
He has a new Netflix called Dark Thoughts. Oh my God. I had to pause it. I was laughing so hard because I didn't want to miss anything. Because he like his whole this series or whatever, his special is about cancel culture and how he's going to. This special is about him throwing it all out there, hoping to get canceled so he doesn't have to work anymore. And I was just like, pause. I can't believe he just said that, but he's British, so he can get away with it. Unpause. Crazy. Yeah, I love comedy, man. I think the episode of The Office that has Ricky Gervais, who I think is amazing, when he says that comedy is where your brain goes to tickle itself. That's what I think when I think of comedy. Like when I'm ever in a crappy mood or something's pissing me off, comedy will bring me out of it so quickly. And that's why whenever people are like, like everybody hates on Dave Chappelle, everybody's hating this comedian or trying to cancel this. I'm just like, you guys don't understand that for most people, these people saying these things, even if we find it offensive, gets us away from what was pissing us off. So, Dusty Slade, that's the dude. Yeah, we're having a good time. Yeah, his hat has his name on it. It's a trucker hat. I thought he was pretty fun. His mannerisms on stage are great.
I'm gonna go watch it, and I'll definitely report back.
Yeah, report back, man. I love comedy, stand-up comedy. I love it. I kind of stopped because I lost my phone, and then basically what it is I left it on top of a stack of jeans at a Walmart in a very small town, and just left it there. And I don't have a passcode or anything. I have nothing to hide. And then I was like, crap, I think I left my phone at this Walmart in this small town about 2 hours away. So I called them and I was like, hey, I think I left my phone on a pair of jeans in the men's section. Of course, they found my phone. So the next day we drove back to get it. And the whole time, all I was thinking about is, holy crap, you've been writing stand-up material in your notes for like 10 years. Whoever found that phone, if they were curious, like everybody, and goes through your notes, oh my God. Oh my God.
Embarrassing or stealing your material?
I don't believe there's a filter or a line in life. I think just if you can make something funny, you can make something funny. And so
yeah,
when I walked up to the counter, I was just like, hi, I called, I left my phone. And the lady's like, oh,
you didn't read anything, did you?
And I was like, no, the way she said, oh, 1 second. I was like, oh God. I was like, thank you so much. I just got out of there as soon as possible.
Yeah.
So I know she did. I know she read them. She probably didn't like any of my stuff. I can't remember who the comedian was, but he was like, one of his like master classes, he talked about go out on stage and I try to just hit him right with the first, I think Anthony Jeselnik. He's like, I hit him with the most aggressive joke I have right off the bat. And that lets me know where the crowd is. And then I work from there. And so his first opening joke is usually the worst thing you will ever hear in your life. You'll either laugh or you'll cringe and turn it off. And so that's how I used to try to like start like my bits or whatever would be just like the worst thing ever. So if she just clicked any of those one notes and read the first line, she's like, I'm reporting this guy to the FBI.
Yeah. Now you're on the FBI watch list.
Luckily I quit writing. It's just now all in here. Found my first pair of nibbles. Oh, where's that?
Looks like I just got my 200 subscriber.
Maybe that's what we'll give a bag away for. How about that?
Right. Let's do it.
You know what? Since it was your 200th, you want to go ahead and give it to Panda the Picker? I'll let you pick.
Yeah, that works perfect. That works fine for me.
There you go. All right. Well, that's how we're going to wrap up the show probably too. We made it 2 hours and 4 minutes, man. Congrats on your 200th sub.
Thank you.
YouTube. Panda the Picker, send your shipping info to either Flip the World, or you can send it to Jiggly, and we will get you a Reseller Flip the World IKEA bag. Probably not this one because I used it, but we'll get you one.
I thought I had like 73 subscribers, so I'm doing a little better than I thought, I guess.
I have subscribers? Awesome.
I was like, I remember it being 73, I swear.
Yeah. Well, it's just like you were talking about earlier. You're like, all day I've been like, all right, man, 5 hours till showtime, 3 hours till showtime. Oh, crap, 7
minutes till showtime.
I love it, man. Guys in the chat, hopefully you like this and you want more of this to come. We're going to get more structured as we go along. Again, this is me transitioning to a nighttime show. I wanted to do something. I think this is going to be great. Beginning to a great future. The Art of the Swap, every other Sunday. We'll pencil it in, or we'll let you guys know. Follow him, follow us, and if you're watching us on the replay, don't miss the next one. Panda the Picker, congrats on winning, and congrats on 200 subs, man.
Thank you very much.
You probably what's your TikTok total right now?
I think it's like 51,200 or something.
Nice. And still not accepting monetization?
No.
You are a scholar and a gentleman.
I don't talk about it much, but yeah, it's like it's like 3 cents per 1,000 views or something. And like I have my fair share. Like I'll have videos that hit like 100,000 regularly, but I mean, it's just not like I don't know. I just feel like to add another element to doing my taxes for such a small amount of money, I'd rather just have fun and have no pressure on myself to get more views for more money, and just focus on the
That was content. The nicest way I've ever heard somebody say that they weren't ready to whore themselves out. And that is how you end a show. Or actually, I could end it with a quote that my boss I used to do debt collections, phone debt collections. My boss would use this quote in meetings for new people all the time. And probably why he got fired. He said, if I was born a woman, I would have a mattress glued to my back. And I was like, you can't say that. But yeah, man, if you're having fun and you don't need the money, I totally get it.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for used panty lots. If you're interested, if that's your thing, make sure you check out the auctions. They're going to be on eBay. Anything you want to say before we go?
No.
Sweet.
I think we said it all. I can't believe we've been here for over 2 hours.
Hey man, when you're having fun, it just goes. All right, man. We'll see you guys on the next one.